walk in the spot, they don't like it. They only hate cause they frightened. They always put their name out, so they flip at the lips to their face with a titan. All of my life, I've been in the struggle, I'm itching, don't get me excited. He talking steady, don't make that a habit, cause I'm not gonna hit him with lightning. Walk in the spot like I'm Aaron. Squad on a mission, I call it that Aaron. You hear about at your click where I'm Aaron. Need an assistant, my sis get the tearing them up. Wait, I keep that air in the pump, see you staring at thing where that air in is tough. Trigger finger, I've been ready to bust. We don't do talking, don't need to discuss. Ain't ready for a fight since me, it's all in my jeans like Levi. My lefty, television mic don't steady. Snakes in the grass get cut like machete. If I swing at your face, then your jaw with his hanging. Tug out your neck, then your neck where I'm aiming.
Good evening, YouTube. I am your host, the King Shadow. Welcome to another show of No Excuse Reactions. Please like and subscribe, leave comments, share me out. People need to hear this shit. So, did a hot bar last video. Doing a hot bar this video. Now, when I did the hot bar thing and I recorded all the shit I did, it was like good 30 minutes of shit. You feel me? We did part 1 of that 30. Okay, we're gonna do the second half. Okay. Now, the part 1 kind of swung into perspective. And this one might too, but it might do it in a little harsher mode because I know I got 2 Andrew Tates up in there. Andrew Tate, bald. He looks white, but that nigga mixed. That's a nigga. So, you know what? Let's get into this clip because we're gonna have to talk about this shit.
The man who works in Starbucks, who's sad all the time, you won't reply to him. Neither will any other female. So for women to come along and pretend they give a f about the fact that most men are basically invisible. There is not a female on the planet who's invisible today. You can be a 4, overweight, fat, you'll still go to the club and get attention. 99% of the men go to the club and nobody even fucking talks to them. If they try and talk to a girl, they get blanked and ignored and told to f. Most men are absolutely and utterly invisible. Most men don't even f***ing exist. They send 10,000 DMs and never even get read, let alone replied to. If a guy who wanted to have days off all the time, he never would have got important enough in the first place to attract a woman like you. And that is the reality. As a man, it's player versus player. It's ultimately competitive. And as a man, you have to outcompete the other men who are prepared to get up and do it anyway. That's how it works. There's no such thing as saying, I'm sad, I need 2 weeks off. Not as a man if you want to be important. Maybe as a chick, you can always put more foundation on and be hot again. Great. Not as a man. If you want to be important as a man, you have shit to do. The man who...
That's my nigga right there. Andrew Tate. Now, that was from the Billionaire Hustle show. They usually have a girl and a guy on there talking about shit. But she made a statement that, you know, guys have it easy and girls need time. And she's like, yo, for a man, no, time is fucking money, period. Okay? Time is fucking money, okay? So the more time I spend with you, the less fucking money there is, period. Okay? So understand, when you get that money making nigga, that big dollar nigga, understand, time is fucking money. So the time he spends on you, you better fucking cherish it because you're gonna be gone soon. You feel? If you ain't acting right, you ain't contribute to that nigga's life, you out. That's what we're saying. We feel me? We can't fucking, we don't have time to be sad. We gotta keep going. We gotta keep fucking going. You get what I'm saying? Straight on. Real man, we keep fucking going. Next clip.
What's your cash app?
What?
So I can send you a request for the $34.78 the Uber costs. I told you I'm not paying for it.
Right, but Jackie, you're gonna have to wait on that. I just told you there's something wrong with my card.
First you said you were having problems with your app, and now it's your card. What's the real issue here, Kenny?
Jackie, there is no real issue, all right? What are you talking about?
If you don't have the money, just say that.
Whoa. I guess politeness was the only thing your mama didn't buy.
Excuse you? Oh, don't talk about my parents' money just because you're obviously broke. And you wonder why I don't want anything more from you than what you have to give. You know what's funny? I should have known by the sex. People always say broke boys got the best.
Hey, yo, are you serious? Your mouth is disgusting. All right, and I don't mean that in a good way.
What's your cash app?
Now, that channel there is an also, was it complicated relationships? I forgot what the fucking name is. But anyways, so that channel there is an obvious setup, but it shows scenarios of dumb shit that goes on in relationships. Like that. Okay? I've met a girl like that before, you feel me? Super fucking relying on mommy's money. You feel me? Mommy and daddy money. You feel me? Super fucking relying on that. Thinking they rich because the parents is rich. Okay. Now understand this bitch. You're gonna have to cash out. I don't know why that nigga's up there all that the Uber and shit. Like, no, fuck that. You want me over? You're gonna have to cash out. You feel me? Show me you want me. You're gonna have to cash out. Cause that shit right there, I don't tolerate that shit. For real. Like I would have escalated a little bit more on him like than he did, but that was a scenario. You feel me? Just on the fact that, one, why you pocket checking me? You feel me? Didn't you want me over here? Okay. Didn't I say I would pay it back to you? Okay. Have I ever not given you no money? Okay. So bitch, what the fuck is wrong with you? You feel me? You get what I'm saying? In that scenario, yo, he had the perfect good reason to snap at her. You feel me? And that's the reason why they do them scenarios and stuff, just to get that conversation up there, you know, like, yo, that's kind of fucked up. Don't do it. You feel me? They show how fucked up it is. You know, it's an interesting way to do it. You feel me? Little skits of showing shit fucked up and shit like that. That's an interesting way to do it. In complicated relationships. Okay, that's interesting. But on that scenario right there, oh, she faulty. She faulty. Bitch, you got money, right? All right then. You ain't hurt right now, are you? All right then. Shit, let my shit get correct and I will shoot that to you. But if you ain't gonna be like cordial about this, bitch, you will never get that money back. This is why I say be cordial, polite, a lady. That was unladylike right there. Just sticking an asshole right there. Like, dude, you not my nigga. You my girl. What the fuck is wrong with you? Yo. And that's straight up. You feel me? It tends like when girls, like, when motherfuckers grow up with money, they tend to be assholes off top. Off top. You feel me? Because they never had to earn. They never had to struggle. You feel me? It was always given to them. Whatever they asked for, they would get it. You feel me? Just because the parents spoiled them with fucking money. So they expect somebody else to spoil them with fucking money. And it goes the same thing when you had a boyfriend beforehand that spoiled you with fucking money. If you switch over to a new guy, that new guy ain't gonna do what the old guy did. Check yourself. Literally, you starting back from scratch with a new person. Check yourself. Earn the right to get that shit again. You feel me? Because you can't just transfer that over to you, because that makes you useless. You get what I'm saying? Because that means you on a lower totem pole than the person you fucking with. Doesn't matter if they broke or not. They the ones holding they shit down. You're not. You're relying on mommy and daddy to pay all your bills, give you everything you need. Shit, man, if I ain't got the money for it, I'm doing fucking without. That's all it is to it, and that's all motherfucking men. You feel me? If you ain't got the money for it, do fucking without. You feel me? Or hustle up and get that. But if you always have money in your life, you're not going to have that mentality to do fucking without or hustle up and get that. This is another reason why we got a lot of motherfuckers that's obese, because food everywhere. You feel me? It's not like you need to do without, but some of y'all actually need to do without. Actually, stop fucking eating. You won't get so big. You know what I'm saying? So, that was an interesting way of putting that shit. Really interesting. Next.
I see that you are a white man, so you may not have that personal experience.
Actually, you're wrong. Can you Google and put a picture of my father on the screen? You just failed on step one by identifying me incorrectly. So,
I'm not knowing you. I don't know you.
Of course you don't know me. There you go. I don't know you, so I'm guessing you failed. So
you did the same thing earlier to me.
In which area have I once failed?
We can run it back to the first 10 minutes.
You don't want to run this interview back, because when you run it back, you're going to see yourself get smoked the whole way through. So listen, my dear. Listen.
I see that you are.
Got her. I do this to all my people. Anybody around me. never assume you know something. If you don't got the facts, if you can't piece that properly together, never assume you know something, because assumptions make you look like a dumbass. Don't do it. Never assume. You feel me? Now, that was all for Fresh and Flick clips. Andrew Tate again. Now, he's been on their show a couple times. You feel me? Because he frequents Miami. You feel me? So, you know what I mean? So, the point is that he was making there. I know it was like a snippet of the show, but I can give you a little bit more expansion on it real quick. So she, as you saw, made the assumption, you are obviously white man and doing blah, 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 blah. Pause that, bitch. Okay? He's a nigga. That's why he has that tannish complexion. That's not him sitting in the sun all the time. No, that's mulatto. You feel me? Look at his dad. His dad was already mulatto. You add another white to that, you get a lighter mulatto. That's all it is. You feel me? He's still a nigga. And that's where people getting this wrong. He may look white, but he's a nigga. Okay? And so, pointing out to the shit he was saying right there, like, now, he laced her game. Like, she started talking about this shit, and he didn't make no assumptions. He laced the game on her. You feel me? Because literally, these girls are easy to read. Thoughterotomy is easy to fucking read, especially when you know it frequently. Okay, you see it frequently, so it's easy to fucking read. Most of you girls have the same mindset, and you think you're individual. No, you have the same mindset because you're following into the brainwashing of the bullshit. Same fucking mindset. So when a nigga actually understands that mindset and calls you out on that bullshit, you get mad, you get defensive, and then you want to double back on him. That's what she was doing. She was trying to double back on him. It's like, well, you a white guy and you whoop blah. Pause that. Put my daddy up. Wrong, bitch. Like, come on now. You can't make assumptions on appearance. You need to get the information. Never make assumptions. It makes you look like a dumbass. Let's get going to the next one.
A white man, so you may not.
Why are men such trash?
When women call men trash, it's usually sign language being used by women who have been treated like trash by men. But go ahead.
I was talking to this guy. We were talking for a minute.
Now, what do you mean by a minute?
Going on dates on and off for months, like 6+ months, right?
But that's a serious relationship, right?
He's a part of my roster. Like, I'm not taking him too seriously, but he was pressed.
A roster like a basketball team or starting five or squad of men. You know that's nasty, right? Like, disgusting.
Like, finally give it up to him or whatever.
Yeah, or whatever.
Why am I just finding out that this man has been in a whole ass relationship?
He was definitely married or in a long-term relationship, viewed you as a pro to him or a thought or a side chick, right? Sucking feet, probably pouring candle wax down your goddamn back. Now you feel like trash because you thought you were playing him, but he actually played you.
This man was dripping candle wax down my back.
Oh yeah, I know.
So this is my first time actually seeing this Ray Red Pill, okay, channel. And that shit was hilarious. Cause it's true. You feel me? Bitch, you just said you had a roster, okay? A nigga's gonna peep you got a roster. You feel me? You're on your phone too much, connected to too many niggas. You keep saying, oh, they just friends and shit like that there. So a nigga put you in the side bitch category and then you got mad about it? Bitch, if you got a roster, you only a side bitch. Straight the fuck up, okay? Men gonna have a roster. Female, you have a roster, it's a problem. It's a problem. So you better be like Oprah with a lot of money and cashing out this roster. You know what I mean? Because if they paying you for pussy, you know, if this roster is cashing you out, you get what I'm saying? You a hoe, period. You a hoe. Accept what you are. You feel me? Yeah, he was dripping candle wax down your back. He was experimenting. He was doing extra shit to your ass. You feel me? Trying to wheelbarrow your shit and extra shit. Because he wasn't going to disgrace his wife like that. Or his long-term relationship like that. You feel me? He has more respect for her than he does for you. And then you want to have feelings about it. You want to have an issue with it. Don't have an issue. Don't have an issue when he goes home with his girls. You call up one of your rosters. Don't fucking have an issue. If you got a roster. It didn't make no sense to me right there. Because like, yo, any girl in the same mindset or the same frame as that, take the shot that we just gave you right there. Now I'm not a red pill motherfucker, but I'm telling you, just common fucking sense. You feel me? It's common fucking sense, man. If you getting cashed out by a roster, bitch, you a hoe. That's all it is to it. You feel me? You a side chick, you a hoe. Perpetual hoe. You feel me? No one locking you down. Okay? But if you got ducats and you catching these niggas out and shit, then you feel me? You are facilitating services. That's not a hoe. That's facilitating services. Okay? So if you want to do that and have a roster, I hope you paying that roster out to facilitate the services of that roster. You feel me? One dude falls short, you call the other nigga and say, yo, bring your ass over here. I got $50 for you. I want my ass eaten. You feel me? I'm trying to tell you. It doesn't work the opposite direction. You know, it doesn't work. For men, we have to provide for all them girls on the roster. All them girls want something from us on the roster. If we have a roster, we're usually cashing out to that roster. So females, if you want the equal rights shit, if you want that shit, then go on ahead and do the same shit. If you got a roster, you cashing out to that roster. You facilitating them services. Okay? Don't put your feelings in that. You facilitating services. On to the next one. Let's go.
All my black friends who have money said the same.
Black lives fucking matter. They fucking do.
And no one said they didn't. Let me spit some facts for you. 500 federal buildings and countless businesses. And let's not forget $3 billion in property damages. We know that Black Lives Matter. That's fucking sense. But let's go back and take a look at some major events. I know you remember Lincoln. He literally freed the slaves. And let's not forget when they desecrated all those graves. Joe Biden fucking played you, and he sits there now and gloats. Like, how the fuck can you give that man 80 million votes? He supported segregation and met with the KKK. And let's not forget that crime bill that he signed that one day.
And that's a little nigga that did some extra research, you feel me? He learned his history, boy. Proud of you, son. That's what a lot of y'all need to fucking do. Cause like shit, you were... Okay, let me put it this way. Everybody was pissed at Trump. But Biden did the same thing. Trump meet with the KKK and the white supremacy motherfuckers. So did Biden. Both of them motherfuckers went where the money is to get some money. Okay? Now, Sleepy Joe, he came into some fuckery. Okay? He ain't Obama. Thought you gonna clean up that bullshit? Fuck no, he's still running in it. Understand, y'all. Please, understand this. The government is not going to be on your side. Especially if you're in the low bracket. You're a worker bees. They don't give a fuck about worker bees. You die off, more come. Why you think they stopped flip the abortion shit? You feel me? We need more worker bees. Because you niggas going to die off on us. COVID took a lot of you motherfuckers. We need more worker bees. That's what they're saying. We need more workers. Plain and simple facts, y'all. Plain and simple facts. Understand your shit. You feel me? History does come back to bite you in the ass when you don't remember the fucked up shit. Okay? Remember. Learn the fucking lesson. Learn the fucking lesson. Okay? Because, like, really, either one of them motherfuckers would look like devil to me. Like, I didn't give a fuck.
And this guy puts up his hand who hasn't contributed anything all night. He says, listen, I got to ask you a question. He says, no, this is a tough one. I've been running this business out of my dorm, and I'm about to graduate. I'm making about $5 million a year in free cash flow. And I said, I don't hear a problem. He said, that's not the problem. My fiance came to me today and said that she's going to leave me. And I said, why? because I'm not spending any time with her family. I don't have any time on weekends. I can't go out to the soccer games with her nephews and stuff. And I just can't because I'm so busy. And I got to keep my business going. I got to graduate my degree. What do I do? Which one is easier to replace? The girlfriend or the business? I mean, you got to ask that question. You're making $5 million a year, and every woman in this class now knows this. And this guy puts up his...
Okay, Melanie King. She came out with a good one. She had Kevin up there. Okay. Now, Kevin, that's one of them businessman, billionaire from the Shark Tank. You know what I mean? You've seen him on that shit. And he's basically saying the same thing as Andrew Tate was saying at the beginning. Okay? And I'm going to have to just explain it again. Time is money. Okay? Time is money. This nigga is making $5 million a year. That's a lot of time he has to put into that money. You feel me? A lot of work he has to do to get that money. So how the fuck the wife be having any complaints just because he ain't coming to family functions? Bitch, I'm working. You liking the mansion? You liking the money that you utilize for that function? You feel me? You like it to be extravagant over there? Right. You just spent about 100 racks. You feel me? I'm going to need to take 3-4 days to get that back. And then triple it. Before I can feel comfortable again. You get what I'm saying? Girls don't understand that nowadays. They don't understand time as money, period. Unless they're actually working girls. You feel me? Actually hustling in that game. You feel me? Actually doing that thing. They understand time as money. Then you can actually know what you mean. Know what you... I wanted to phrase this. Just shot out my head. Hold on. There we go. So... know what you need and want in life, you feel me? You're not gonna splurge on dumb shit when it's your fucking money, you feel me? And then you gotta pay bills, you feel me? You gotta do this, you feel me? You gotta take care of the kids, you gotta do this, you feel me? Money goes everywhere, okay? So, when girls be asking dudes for money and a dude gets irritated about that shit, the girl should not ever get irritated about that shit. Especially when you're not doing anything to contribute to the dollars. Period. Okay? And you already the wife, so why the fuck are you having a problem? You feel me? Like, yo, that story right there was fucked up, but it's the truth. Nigga making $5 million, and it's like, you got like 50 bitches up in here that got money too, and they know you got the most money in here. Okay? Nigga. And that's the point. You feel me? When the money's in the stacks, man, there ain't nothing a man can't get. Okay? So, for a female to keep a man like that, you gotta be very, very cordial. You gotta be very understanding to the time frame it takes to get that money. You gotta be understanding to the dude for you can find your place to make yourself important to him, because money ain't a thing. You think pussy's the thing? Nigga, $5 million get you a whole lot of pussy and you don't even have to spend it. Okay? It's like, bitch, I'm a $5 million nigga. Hey, they throwing it at you. Okay? Just a hoping you spend it. Okay? So ladies, you gotta check yourself. The money game is entirely different from what you expect it to be. Okay? Entirely different.
And who hasn't contributed.
Men don't catcall women anymore. You guys have gotten really scary. I don't appreciate it. You know what I mean? Like, remember back in the day, y'all used to be like, arr, arr, arr. Y'all don't do that shit no more. Y'all weak. And I blame the pandemic because the world got way more sensitive. So nowadays, a man walking up to a woman saying, hey, beautiful, can be borderline sexual harassment, depending on the environment. I remember pre-pandemic, I walked past a group of guys and one of them ran up to me and he said, hey, Ma, can I get your number? And I said, no, because I didn't know the pandemic was coming. I thought I still had more days outside to reject more men. So I was quite arrogant in my response. I was like, no, you're trying to show out for your little friends. And he was like, yo, you gonna regret this. And 2 weeks into the pandemic, he was right. Me and Don't Cat call.
Okay, this one's gonna be short and sweet. Baby girl, it's not the pandemic, okay? It's not the pandemic. It's that arrogance, because even after the pandemic and during the pandemic, motherfuckers was up there still trying to holler. You feel me? But it's come down to the point in time now. You can't even holler to some girls, because it's automatic, you feel me? We see and feel the vibe from you already. Why we want to hit it, okay? But trust me, motherfuckers were still getting catcalled, you know what I mean? Motherfuckers were still coming up to girls and stuff. Just the girls was not handling like they should. So now the hemisphere is all different now, the relationship hemisphere. This is why we have all these shows and shit like that there and all these bullshits, okay? Just on the fact that women don't want to accept what they did like, and now they don't get it. It's a problem. Men ain't shit. Nah. It's not that. Why don't you check yourself? Check yourself first before you blame somebody else. That's period on that one. Check yourself first before you blame somebody else. And she was having a recollection right there, you feel me? And she understood that like shit can happen quickly. And you might need a real nigga to be by your side to watch you up, you know, hold you down, you know what I mean? You don't know the future. You will never know the future. So take the present a little bit more valuable, okay? Make the right choices and be valuable on the things you do. That goes for guys and girls. To the next one.
If you see an old lady walking down the street and she got a bunch of bags in her hand, right? Would you help her to the house?
Why wouldn't I?
If you see a man walking down the street with a bunch of bags in his hand,
An old man?
Nah, this is a man. A strong
But
man.
you said an old woman.
I'm gonna get to my point. Would you help him?
If it was an old man?
If it's an old
No.
older
A regular man like me, anybody here saying
No,
you're
because
not
you
gonna help her,
healthy
right?
and 10
All right.
times alive and you stronger than I am.
Right. So when somebody portrays strong energy, it makes you feel like they don't need any help. So why would you help that person?
I need
females
you to
are
do
females are
this. I
portraying
need you.
masculine
I need you.
energy.
Because
So why would you
of
wanna?
why though?
Why would you wanna?
Because guys are now bitch ass.
Y'all don't give us the need
And I'm
anymore,
dead
so
serious.
it feels
Y'all are
like,
Bro,
bitch ass.
so you dated a lot of? Because if you didn't date a lot of,
I
don't
haven't
speak on
dated
a lot of niggas, like,
but I see social media and I see
But
what's
that's not
happening.
reality, though. Who
It
knows-
is.
and you know it's
It
not
is
reality.
though.
Boom, perfect example of stuck in the illusion. And she just blurted that shit out too. See, that is the point. You portray yourself as being strong, you don't need nobody, and that's what you constantly say, you don't need nobody. Understand, you will have nobody. Period. Now, she also gave out a perfect example of the brainwashing that's going on. I see on social media and TV and stuff and all the Instagram and stuff. You see bullshit. Bullshit, and that's all you're getting. Bullshit. And then you're making assumptions off the bullshit. Actually go and interact with some of these niggas. You feel me? Actually peep a real dude. Okay? If you can peep a real dude and you actually try to be a lady towards that dude, understand. Be a lady. You will get a whole lot more. Damn. It's like fourth time I said be a lady. Goddamn.
I totally hear you. I said with slavery, what happened is you had black people who was free who came and they had put them in chains. Well, when you put them in chains, the hardest part about it was since they were used to being free, it was hard to get them used to being enslaved. So you had to beat them. Some of them killed themselves or revolted because they weren't used to this. But here's the problem. The ones who were left that kept producing children, they were all born with slavery. They thought slavery was normal. They were born into being slaves. So that's what you had after the 60s. The 60s, first off, produced a bunch of people that came from families, and they weren't used to that. But you had women who said, I could struggle with you, or I could take this money that the government's giving me, and all I got to do is sleep with you. I can have your kid and then kick you out. So it seemed like a good idea for them. I said, with slavery, what happened is.
All right, I think I'm going to make this the last clip. I do have like 2 or 3 more clips, so we might make another show after this one, a hot bar show. So it might be a 3-part. Hey, okay. So now, what he was saying there you go. Perfect look at history right there. Perfect look at history. And this is the problem. See, girls just fell into what the government gave them. And now the problem sets. You feel me? You're too reliant on what the government's giving you. And you think you don't need a nigga. You're too reliant on these extra handouts. And you think you don't need a nigga. And then now, you getting these simps that just cashing you out. Now, simps is short for simpleton. Dummies. Okay? And I'm just saying, if you want true happiness in life, you need substance. And with substance comes happiness. Okay? But if you stuck in the material, on the money and all that shit, yeah, you need money to pay bills and shit, but money is not supposed to be the running in the relationship. Okay? It's not. So if you stuck on that money game, then okay, you can get stuck on that money game, but understand, happiness doesn't come from there, baby.
Only women, children, and dogs are loved unconditionally. A man is only loved under the condition that he provides something. Okay? When you meet a new girl, what do your friends ask you? What she look like? Ladies, when you meet a new guy, what do your friends ask you? What does he do? What the fuck does that do that can help you out? Can this motherfucker facilitate a dream or not? Oh.
Now see, that's a good example. We ended off with a Melanie. We're gonna end that on that clip right there, Melanie. But that was a good example, Chris. That was a good example. Because, Chris Rock, everybody. Because that's exactly fucking true. Okay? Every time a guy gets a girl, what she look like? You know what I mean? She ain't banging? What's good with that? Like, we don't ever ask you what she bringing you to the table. You feel me? We don't, that doesn't come out. You get what I'm saying? But with girls, the first thing they ask is, what is he doing for you? You feel me? Literally what they saying. That's the first thing they ask. What are you doing? What kind of money you making? They instant pocket checking. So girls, if that's the first thing on your mind, okay, the first thing, that may be a problem. Okay, now, if you ain't doing shit, you don't have the right to ask a nigga what he doing. You ain't doing shit yourself, and this nigga's bringing you money. You ain't doing shit yourself, and this nigga coming to spend time with you. You ain't doing shit yourself, and this nigga's coming to feed you and shit and do extra shit with you. You know, and he's spending whatever he has with you. So, you asking that motherfucker what he doing, and you ain't doing shit yourself, you ain't got the right. You don't. Period. So, understand, guys and girls, this was like a bouncy back and forth. You feel me? Girls, you need to understand a little bit more about the money game, and you need to understand a little bit more about the wealth a true man can bring you. You feel me? Understand it. Change your way, change your perspective on things. And guys, hey, point blank period. Stop simping. Get to your bag. Like, start thinking like these bitches. Get to your bag. Okay? Get the money, they will come. Okay? But also, have some goddamn common sense and don't just trick it off, son. But this has been my show. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment, share me out like COVID. I said I was gonna make a new one. I would.